delve into. I know we're starting a bit late. We'll carry on until 7:15. That's okay. Yeah? Alright, okay. So it's a prayer called. I'm not very good with the profile. No voice. If someone wants to put that in the chat. Are you all in Dublin? You're not. Okay, maybe you all can open a prayer called Manas Devo Gehu. It's a Vaishnav bhajan, and I think we all do one. Someone wants to put it in the.
My phone is being used. I can't.
Yes, so
what is it called?
Manas.
Manas, M-A-N-A-S.
M-A-N-A-S space Deho, D-E-H-O space Geho, G-E-H-O.
Geho.
Yeah. So it's a very beautiful Vaishnav bhajan written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who was a very great devotee of the Lord, who was the Hare Krishna, who was the spiritual master of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who was the guru of Srila Prabhupada. You can see his photo here. And then he established the ISKCON temple all over the world that we all are sitting as a family. Right? So very beautiful bhajan he has written in his lifetime. He was a very learned man, like in general scenario. I think he was a lawyer, isn't it? Somebody wants to correct me.
Who?
Bhakti Vinod Thakur, was he? He was a lawyer, right? He was a very accomplished man, professionally. And side by side, he was a very great devotee of the Lord. So let's start. We have opened. I do need water. Sorry, somebody wants to.
After bhajan, okay. If you see kosher, can you ask him for the microphone?
He's not here.
He's not?
No. Okay. Let me open that as well. Have we opened the bhajan?
Yeah.
So just follow. It's a call and response. So I'll be singing 2 lines and then you can follow it. Sing it, but do sing. Sing it in your own pace. Doesn't have to be very obvious or something. But please, let's collaborate. Okay. Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Probably you'll pick up, right? I'll try. Okay, so it's a very, it's sung at a slow pace. Okay. Manas deho geho jo kichu mor par piyu tu aapade nand kishore. Manas deho geho jo kichu mor par piyu tu aapade nand kishore. Sampade vipade jivane marane daima magela tua upada barane. Sampade vipade jivane marane daima magela tua upada barane. मारो बेरा खूबी जो इच्छा तुम्हारा नित्य दास प्रति तुम्हाधिकारा. मारो बेरा खूबी जो इच्छा तुम्हारा नित्य दास प्रति जन्माभूमि मोहे इच्छा नदी we are singing for Lordship. Yes. So, even if we have a good voice or a bad voice, we're doing it for the Lordship, for Krishna. Right, so we'll delve into the lecture. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for bringing the water. Okay. So we ended up at 3. Sorry, but we will do a quick recap. I have made some notes. I always say, like I've always heard that how in this age of Kali, our brain doesn't really, it's not a very good companion. So you need, your mastak fails you, so you need pustak. And we are in the digital era, isn't it? This is my pustak. So I will refer to the notes, to my notes a lot. But what I have heard is that we go through each of the verses, and I would like to stick to that pattern. So maybe we can, instead of like I'm doing the talk and you're listening, I'm also at a very learning stage. So what we'll do is we will maybe somebody whosoever likes can volunteer to read the verses, and then I might go into the summary explanation of it. Is that okay?
Do we have
Bhagavad Gita. Also, like I don't know.
in the video? Yes, you can tell.
Yes. So if you type Bhagavad, you just write BG 3.1.
Yeah, you will get.
Database.io.
If you write on Google BG space 3.1, the first link will be that. Okay?
Correct.
Got it? So we'll start from 3.1. Yes. Please. I don't know who was reading and then. $135. Yes.
Does anyone want an actual Bhagavad Gita?
And then you can give it to her as well. Actually, it's so if somebody, are we still doing the Bhagavad Gita distribution, Prabhuji?
Sorry?
Are we still doing the Bhagavad Gita distribution?
All year round.
Yeah? All year round,
But
yes.
there's no Bhagavad Gita in the temple at the moment. It's going to come in a couple of weeks.
So if you want to,
Who wants one more?
chapter 3 will start. If you want to buy it, like we just distribute it, but if you want to donate whatever you want, it's if you want to buy it, €5.
It costs €5 to print one. So what we ask you is if you can donate €5 or more, so that we can print more Bhagavad Gita to distribute.
Yes.
But,
So €5, and if you want to take it for your friends also, like if you want to do some kind of
donation
or distribution, like all yours. But yeah, I would really request that if you can get a copy for yourself from the temple, that would be wonderful.
So we can keep this with 5 years?
No,
Not
this one
this
is
one?
the temple one.
Yeah, I think there's more copies are about to come. So whenever you're at the temple, or if you are in Dublin's ISKCON group, I will request.
I have some at home, so if you want, I have I think 5 at home. So if you want, I'm happy to bring it next week or Sunday to come to the temple on Sunday.
Yeah, please.
All right.
We'll exchange number.
Oh,
Yeah, you can come in. You can.
We'll give you some.
all right. So we'll delve into the reading without wasting time. I'm not sure if how many of you are coming for the first time here. First time, okay. And how many of you are reading Gita for the first time? Okay, good. So just to set the context to give, so we are in chapter 3. In chapter 1 is basically, I'll give like touch note, the important points, and then we move on to chapter 3. So chapter 1, Gita starts with Dhritarashtra asking a question to Sanjay that what is happening on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. What are my sons and the sons of Pandu are doing at the battlefield. And we see that Arjun, then Sanjay starts narrating the whole story, And then we see that Arjun, great Kshatriya, great warrior, great devotee of the Lord, he was motivated to fight, and then he felt a lot of discouragement. He was very confused. He started giving a lot of reasons to Krishna that he doesn't really want to fight the war. Then he surrenders in chapter 2, when the chapter 2 starts, he surrenders unto the lotus feet of Krishna, and then Krishna starts imparting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to him. And he starts with the very important thing, which is the knowledge of the self. Chapter 2 is called Sankhya Yoga, the analytical study of who we are, what is our real position, what is the connection of us with the Lord. And then chapter 2 is the succinct overview of the entire Gita's topic that Krishna will speak later on. So he I gave the acronym. Who remembers it?
Gita.
Gita is the acronym. So he talks about GITA. If I take it, chapter 2 is summarized in the G stands for Guru, I stands for? Only I think one person was there in the class. I stands for identity. Who are we? We're not these bodies. We are souls. So he talks about Guru. He talks about real identity of ourselves. He talks about T. What's T? T? No. What's T? He talks about T, which is the two dharma. Two dharma that we do in our life. One is Swadharma and the other is Sanatan Dharma. So Swadharma is the duties that we perform in this world. The duties that we perform, like our family duties, our social duties, right? Giving back to the society, etc. What is Swadharma? For the soul. We do prayers, we do our sadhana, we read scriptures, everything. So this is Swadharma. But in this world, we don't find a lot of people focused on Swadharma. A lot of focus is on Swadharma and not the Sanatan Dharma. And A is, anybody wants to, A is Atmaram. So, Atmarama is someone who is not perturbed by the dualities of life that we see. There's going to be, in our day-to-day life we see, there's profit, there is loss, there's troughs, crests, spring, like mountains and valleys. Every time we see those dualities are there that we are trying to navigate in this lifetime. But one who knows that this is the nature of this world. You're not going to see happiness forever. You're not going to see sadness forever. Because what do we see? What do we say most often, or hear more often, that this shall too pass. Right? So that is the nature of this world. But one who is not really very much disturbed by this, or not very jubilant about a certain situation, is called Atmarama. And he attains the highest good in his life. Okay, so that's chapter 2. Just if somebody is interested, read it. It's like the summary content of the entire Bhagavad Gita spoken. And then the third chapter that we'll start with. It's called Karma Yoga. So, who wants to, the reading portion, I would really like if somebody takes over the class. Entire class is active. So we'll start with text 1. Does anybody want to volunteer, or you want me to pick name? It's if you do not have the book, you can just type BG space 3.1. The first link is vedabase.io, and that's what we are reading. Are we ready? Okay. Prabhuji, do you want to read? No? You want to go? I will start, okay. I'll start with it and then maybe. So, Karma Yoga. Arjunuvacha Jayasi Cheta Karma Mata Buddhir Janardana Tatam tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi Keshava. Meaning, Arjun said, "O Janardana, O Keshav, why do you want to engage me in this ghastly warfare? If you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work." Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has very elaborately described the constitution of the soul in the previous chapter, as I was discussing. You all can sit if you want, or you're leaving.
Yeah, more space here if you want
More
to.
space is it? Hello. Prabhuji, this is not working.
Yeah, you can inside if you like. Mandir is over there. Keep working now.
Okay. Abhirat, this is not working.
But it's working.
Hello. Sorry. Constitution of the soul in the previous chapter, with a view of delivering his intimate friend Arjun from the ocean of material greed. And the path of realization has been recommended: Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness. Sometimes Krishna consciousness is misunderstood to be inertia, and one with such a misunderstanding often withdraws to a secluded place to become fully Krishna conscious by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the holy name of Krishna in a secluded place, where one may acquire only cheap adoration from the innocent public. Arjun also thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga or intelligence in spiritual advancement of knowledge as something like retirement from active life and the practice of penance and austerity at a secluded place. In other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid the fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained Karma Yoga or work in Krishna consciousness in this chapter. So, at the first, in the Purport, Prabhupada writes that how Krishna was very elaborately, he has told Arjun about what is our real position. We are not these bodies. We are eternal souls. We are never born, nor there is death. And now this topic has been touched very deeply in the second chapter, which I'm not going to go into. So what happened is that Arjun is saying to Krishna that, O Janardhan, one of the names of Krishna, he said that if you consider knowledge superior to action, then why do you want me to wage into this terrible war, right? And then he's like, I'm not able to understand. It's a very ambiguous thing. Earlier, you were asking me to fight this battle, and now you're talking about knowledge. That Buddhi Yoga is better than Karma Yoga. Like, I'm not able to understand. So please tell me decisively what is the best thing that I should be doing, which will help me attain the highest good in life. Now, you can see that this question is asked to Krishna in a state of doubt, isn't it?
Yes.
He is very doubtful. Why that is a doubt?
Confusion between.
You are not.
Sorry?
You are not clear what to do.
That is right. I'm asking why. Why do you think there is a confusion?
Because he was self-doubting.
That's correct.
Because he didn't want to fight the war and he thought it would be like an excuse for him to put Buddhi Yoga over Karma Yoga and sort of not go through with it.
Like first, he got instruction about action and putting knowledge over that.
No, he's confused. He's confused with whatever Krishna is saying. He got confused. Why there's a confusion? Because he's listening to Krishna very attentively. Right? If you listen to something very attentively or with focus, doubt will arise. It's a very natural tendency. Correct? And it is, Srila Prabhupada used to say that the one who asks questions, asking question itself is a sign of intelligence. Now one might think that, oh God, after end of this lecture, I'm going to jot and throw like 50 questions to the speaker to prove this point. That will set me as the most intelligent person in the class. He's asking questions relevant to the topic. Correct? So we should always, in natural scenario also, when we go to school, we went to school, we're not going to school. What happened? After the lecture, there were a lot of doubts that arose in our mind, only if we were paying attention. Otherwise, like, oh, you understood everything? Yes. If you're not asking question, either you understood everything or
Nothing.
you not. Right? So that's what is a sign of intelligence. You should ask questions. Whole Gita is what? Question and answer. Right? So he's just very, very confused and he's like, you wanted me to engage in this war. Now you're saying use the intelligent, we should gain knowledge. But then you were saying earlier that, I want me to fight this battle. What should I do? Should I take the course of action? Should I take the course of knowledge? Tell me, please, or guide me, please. Now, Arjun's confusion, what is the confusion here that Arjun is talking about? Like some of you touched that. He either wants to, he just wants to understand, okay, if there is knowledge or there is the course of action that I need to take. He's thinking it in a mutually exclusive way. He's thinking either or. So we'll see what Krishna is going to answer to dispel his confusion. Okay? Somebody wants to read the text too? Matish? Matish, do you want to read? The
English translation.
Okay, I will read the shlok. You want me to read the shlok?
Yes.
Okay. Vyami shrena vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me tadekam vad nishchitya yena shreyoham apnuyam.
My intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal instructions. Therefore, please tell me decisively which will be most beneficial for me. In the previous chapter, as a prelude of the Bhagavad Gita, many different paths were explained, such as Sankhya Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, control of the senses by intelligence, work without creative desire, and the position of being purified. This was all presented unsystematically. A more organized outline of the path would be necessary for action and understanding. Arjuna, therefore, wanted to clear up these apparently confusing matters so that any common man could accept them without misinterpretation. Although Krishna had no intention of confusing Arjuna by any jugglery of words, Arjuna could not follow the process of Krishna consciousness, either by inertia or by active service. In other words, by his questions, he is clearing the path of Krishna consciousness for all students who seriously want to understand the mystery of the Bhagavad Gita.
Very good. Thank you, Mataji. So, he says that what is Krishna? This is Arjun. So, what I explained in the previously, it kind of covered the summary of first and second. He is asking Krishna, what should I? Please tell me decisively which is better. What should I do? What's the path that I need to take which will get me the highest good, is what he's saying. So we'll continue on 3 and see what Krishna is actually speaking. to clear his doubt. Do you want to go?
If you do the shloka, I can read the translation.
Anybody wants to read the shloka? Okay, no worries. Let's see. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Lokesmin Dvividhanishta Pura Prokta Mayanakha Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O sinless Arjuna, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand it by empirical, philosophical speculation, and others by devotional service. In the second chapter, verse 39, the Lord explained two kinds of procedures, namely Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga, or Buddhi Yoga. In this verse, the Lord explains the same more clearly. Sankhya Yoga, or the analytical study of the nature of spirit and matter, is the subject matter for persons who are inclined to speculate and understand things by experimental knowledge and philosophy. The other classes of men work in Krishna consciousness, as it is explained in the 61st verse of the second chapter. The Lord is explained also in the 39th verse that by working by the principles of Buddhi Yoga, or Krishna consciousness, one can be relieved from the bonds of action, and furthermore, there is no flaw in the process. The same principle is more clearly explained in the 61st verse, that this Buddhi Yoga is to depend entirely on the Supreme. And in this way, all the senses can be brought under control very easily. Therefore, Buddhi Yogas are interdependent as religion and philosophy. Religion without philosophy is sentimental and sometimes fanaticism, while philosophy without religion is mental speculation. The ultimate goal is Krishna, because the philosophers who are also sincerely searching after the absolute truth come in the end to Krishna consciousness. This is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita. The whole process is to understand the real position of the self in relation to the superself. The indirect process is philosophical speculation, by which gradually one may come to the point of Krishna consciousness, and the other process is directly connecting everything with Krishna in Krishna consciousness. Of these two, the path of Krishna consciousness is better because it does not depend on purifying the senses by a philosophical process. Krishna consciousness is itself the purifying process, and by the direct method of devotional service, it is simultaneously easy and sublime.
Haribol, thank you. So we see that Lord is saying to Arjun that, O sinless Arjun, right? O sinless one, there are two paths leading to enlightenment. That has been explained by me. What are the two paths to enlightenment he's talking about? We see in the purport Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga, right? Or Buddhi Yoga it is called. So, two paths of enlightenment. The path of knowledge, and it is for those who are inclined toward contemplation, dhyan, right? Knowledge. And the path of work for those who are inclined towards action. These are the two paths. Now Arjun was thinking these are mutually exclusive. Either you can do this or you can do that. But we'll try to understand how this is related. Right? So Krishna tells Arjun that there was two ways in which people can approach him, either through knowledge or through devotional service. And what happens through knowledge? When we read a book, for instance, what happens? We get knowledge, theory. We get a theory. Like in school also, we had a lot of subjects that we read, and what was it about? Like we read chemistry, and then we had to go to the lab to do the practicals, right? So we're reading theory, but then practical implementation is important. Correct? So person gets theoretical clarity through knowledge. And life may actually karna kya hai. What do you want to do? You also get that. Through knowledge, we study in school, we get a sort of clarity that what are we inclined to do in future. We want to take the path of engineering, we want to take the path of medical sciences, we want to become an architect, and everything that happens, the knowledge gives us a bit of a clarity, right? And that's what happened with knowledge. Now, someone does some kind of working, someone takes the path of action. Does this mean that they are not really knowledgeable? Does it mean if you see someone doing devotional services in the temple itself, is that a normal thought to think, or maybe he's not that a learned person, he's just doing some menial task? Is that so? No. Knowledge, when put into action, only gives us a devotional service. Okay? If someone wants to write it on the board, because that will help. Shall I? Do we have a marker? Yeah.
Kid, the teacher will write. Stay there.
Yeah.
She'll tell you what you do.
Let's understand this.
There's nothing.
There is a marker.
Something to write.
Oh, you're very kind people. Thank you.
Can you turn it a little bit this way?
Yes. To maybe the audience. I'm okay. So if we write knowledge,
There are more space here.
people would not mind scooching. So there's a lot of space at the back also. Knowledge, and then keep Prabhu, if you might write plus underneath that word. And then if you write action, and then equals, and that is yoga, bhakti yoga. That's it. It's not very clearly visible, but what Krishna is telling him, there is knowledge. When knowledge is put into action, you get realizations. That's what it is. Now, only knowledge, they are not two separate entities, is what Krishna is telling Arjuna. If you do only action, you will focus in action, then what happens? We get entangled into this world. There is a cycle of karma. Okay? And when there is only knowledge, what happens? Is it speculation. We just use our knowledge to do our task. It's not yoga. Okay? So if there is action without bhakti, what happens? We get entangled in the cycle of karma. And then there is knowledge and there is no action. Then what it is? It's just merely bookish. We are reading Gita, but if we do not apply principles in our life, what happens? We are merely reading it. Okay? So it is very important. So when knowledge comes into actions, it becomes realization. And what it is? It is the yoga. That's what Krishna is teaching Arjuna, that those two entities are not exclusive. They have to put together to get the real essence of life. Now, where does the realization occur? Where does the knowledge occur in our body? Where is knowledge? In the mind. It arises in the mind. And where does the realizations? I wanted to write more things, but that's fine. And Bhakti Yoga, when I said knowledge plus action is realization, sakshatkar, self-realization that we say. So that occurs in heart, right? So mind plus action, the realizations occurs in heart. There is a prayer that we say where we say Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. The divine knowledge sprouts in the core center of heart. And what does this mean when it sprouts in the core center of heart is that our heart is getting cleansed. That's all it is. So, knowledge appears in head, but that doesn't give us contentment. And if you want to have contentment in life, what do you want to do? You have to bring knowledge into action. And action is seva. the devotional service that we do. Okay? I can take more questions at the end. That's okay. I'm just conscious of time also. So we'll move on to 4th verse. If somebody wants to volunteer and read.
The verse itself or
The verse and the purport. I think Manu Prabhu likes to give it that way.
Nakar manam anaram han naiskarmyam purusho asunte nacha sanyasanad eva siddhim samadhi gacchati. Translation: not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The renounced order of life can be accepted when one has been purified by the discharge of the prescribed form of duties, which are laid down just to purify the heart of materialistic man. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the 4th order of life, sannyas. According to the empirical philosophers, simply by adopting sannyas or retiring from fruitive activities, one at once becomes as good as Narayana. But Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without purification of heart, sannyas is simply a disturbance to the social order. On the other hand, if someone takes to the transcendental service of the Lord, even without discharging his prescribed duty, whatever he may be able to advance in the cause is accepted by the Lord. Buddhi Yoga. Sva alpam api asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even a slight performance of such a principle enables one to overcome great difficulties.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Haribol. So what is Krishna saying here? That one cannot achieve freedom from karmic reactions by merely abstaining from work, nor one can attain perfection of knowledge by mere physical renunciation. So knowledge plus action is realization. One cannot obtain enlightenment or siddhi by doing either or kind of thing. A person needs to do both. Sankhya Yogi cannot attain the state of knowledge merely by renouncing the world and becoming a monk. What happens that one may give up the physical objects of senses, but the true knowledge can never awaken in his heart merely by renouncing everything in the world. Alright? And what needs to be done there? Some good action needs to be done, some seva that purifies the minds and the intellect. We'll understand by this. A person might just one day gets frustrated and leaves everything and go to Haridwar. Chodo ghar baar, chalo Haridwar. Now, his mind, his senses, he has not done any kind of sadhana to purify that. Has he? No. One day he got frustrated and it's like, this is what the end of life is, the goal of life is, let's take. But when he reaches there, what happens? The psychophysical nature that he has by birth, he's still thinking about his home. Oh, anyway, even if it was a very great day of frustration at work, what happens? I had a beautiful wife. He used to at least ask, oh, how was your day? Right? I had beautiful children. I had a very good house. There was luxuries. So what happens? He's still thinking about those things. But mentally, he's still there. Physically, he might portray that he's doing a very great work by renouncing everything of the world. Is he doing justice? No. We will see that more discussions have been done further in this particular topic. So what Krishna is telling, that you cannot really do this. You cannot really leave everything and go to a secluded place and achieve the highest goal of life. That is not in the previous purport. Also, we read about it. The Prabhupada is writing that we cannot really go to a secluded place. It is not even advised in this age. All right. So please do not. One cannot achieve freedom from their karmic reactions if they just simply leave everything and go into isolation and do sadhana or whatever. What needs to be done? The combination, everything needs to be done in conjunction. But we will see more on this later. Right. It is also said, we have read this, devotion without philosophy is sentimentality, right? And philosophy without devotion is just intellectual speculation. They're various theories. When I say intellectual speculation, there are so many people who put forward so many theories in the world. The most famous is like Darwin theory. We came from monkeys. So one day somebody was thinking, was like, oh, we just came from monkeys, and he wrote a theory. In physics also, we went through different theories. People portrayed like one discarded the theory of other, and then came another physicist who gave another theory, who gave another theory. It goes on like that. What it is? Mental speculation, right? A devotee was there. I read it. I heard in one of the lectures. He used to say to Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, when I chant, I see this red dot. This red dot appears in my meditation. And Prabhupada said, keep on chanting, it will go away. Okay? So you just have to listen to what your acharyas were saying, follow in their footsteps, and achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Right? You don't have to mentally speculate it. Anything. What your Shastra says, what your Guru says, should be the ideal goal of life. That's covered in actually chapter 2 if anybody is interested to go back and read. Verse 5. Keith, Prabhu, you want to read?
Here, on the screen.
Nahi kaschit kishanam api jatu tisayati akarma krit karayate I avasha karma sarava prakati jaira gunai. The translation: everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, even for a moment.
Perfect.
It is not a question of embodied life, but it is the nature of the soul to be always active. Without the presence of the spirit, soul, the material body cannot move. The body is only the dead vehicle to be worked by the spirit soul, which is always active and cannot stop even for a moment. As such, the spirit soul has to be engaged in the good work of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it will be engaged in occupations dictated by the illusory energy. In contact with material energy, the spirit soul acquires material modes, and to purify the soul from such affinities, it is necessary to engage in the prescribed duties enjoined in the Shastras. But if the soul is engaged in these, if the soul is engaged in his natural function of Krishna consciousness, whatever he is able to do is good for him. The Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5, 1.17 affirms this. Lakvatyasyama darelam charananda bhujama arare pashkam apakeyovo tapatet tato yadi yatra kiva bahad vajaram arbuba musya kim ko vrata apto patpatan seva dharmata. If someone takes to Krishna consciousness, even though he may not follow the prescribed duties in the Shastras or execute the devotional service properly, and even though he may fall down from the standard, there is no loss or evil for him. But if he carries out all the injunctions for purification in the Shastras, what does it avail him if he is not Krishna conscious? So the purificatory process is necessary for reaching this point of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, sannyasa, or any purification process, is to help reach the ultimate goal of becoming Krishna consciousness, without which everything is considered a failure.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji. So in 5th verse, we see that Krishna is saying, no one can remain what? Unhappy. Without action, no one can remain, even for a moment. And indeed, all beings are compelled to act by their qualities, born of material nature, which are three gunas. What are those?
Good of passion, goodness, and ignorance.
Yes. Sato-gun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. These are three modes of material nature by which everybody is bound. You can see it yourself. Somebody is very, very active in the morning, right? Off we go. Somebody is very, very active in the afternoon, like they're very passionate. Somebody is very calm, quiet. So when we say somebody is in the mode of goodness, their food is like that, their walk is like that, their talk is like that. Somebody is very passionate in the mode of passion, very, very eager, very ambitious, everything. And somebody who's in the mode of ignorance, they stay late at night, like late at night, they're more into rock music. You can easily tell. So that's mode of ignorance. So these are the three modes of nature, and everything runs, do not go beyond these three modes of nature. But what Krishna is telling, that if we say that, we can leave everything and we can just go and be in the state of inactiveness, that is really impossible for the human kind. Okay? Doing action, karma is inevitable. We cannot remain inactive at any point of time. And when that karma or action is done in conjunction with the knowledge, it becomes, what does it become? Realization is what I should write it. It becomes bhakti yoga, right? And then action becomes devotional service.
What do you want to write?
So knowledge, if you can just write in bracket mind, in front of action brackets you can write devotional service or seva. And then bhakti yoga is realization, comma, heart.
Heart.
Heart. Thank you, Prabhuji. So what happens? Doing karma is inevitable. But when karma is done with knowledge, what happens? That action becomes devotional service. Alright? And how do we do action? What is the basis of our action? What do you think? What do we think? We do action on the basis of our psychophysical nature. We all see in our day-to-day life, we have friends who are just way too creative. Like in the temple, if you see, this altar service are done by some of my friends here, some of the devotees friends. They are very much creative in when it comes to altar. So they take up that seva, right? That service they take up. Very creative. Somebody is very good at cooking, so they take up that service. Somebody is very good at like keeping things tidy and everything, so they take up cleaning services. In our day-to-day life, we see some of our friends are very intelligent.
They
right?
give lecture.
very, very intelligent. And then some of our friends are too much into like gym and activity. They are more active when it comes to physical tasks, right? Some of us are workaholic, too much into work. I want to get this done. So there are different kinds, and we all have our own psychophysical nature. We cannot get rid of it, right? So how do we do seva? Based on our psychophysical nature. But doing alone action is sufficient to achieve the goal of life? No. Even if somebody is targeting for liberation, like which is like not devotional service, it's just like I want to get just at the end of life I want a liberation. Is that sufficient to do? No. No. We have to combine that with knowledge so that there is no just mental speculation about certain things going on, right? So we are forced to act on the basis of our psychophysical nature. Like somebody is just too much into reading. They like reading, so they read. That is their nature. We hear it on our daily basis. We might not register it, but somebody's like, look, I can't do this. It's not my nature. Right? So you have to accept it that this is what your nature is, and then you choose the devotional service that you want to do. Some people may also think that, only professional work that we do accounts as an action. Isn't it? The daily chores that we do, those are not part of action. Isn't it? Once they have renounced or they retire, they're like, I don't do anything. Right? But you're walking, you're talking, you're eating, you're sleeping. Are these not actions? These are. And Krishna tells us in the Gita that these things are also actions. And what does it say? We cannot really remain inactive. Isn't it? Shri Krishna tells Arjun that complete inactivity is impossible even for a moment. Even if we are sitting, this is an activity. If we sleep, what are we doing? Dreaming. Thinking, mind is dreaming, everything. But our physical body, is it still active? It is. Your heart is beating. Your liver is functioning. Your other bodily functions are going, vital organs are working properly. Are those not actions? They are. The human body cannot really remain inactive. Even to maintain this body, we have to eat. So if I take the basic activity, we eat. It's an activity. It is. So we just cannot leave everything and go to Himalayas or Himalaya and just sit in isolation and do meditation. That's not the prescribed thing for this age. It's just not possible. So Krishna declares that for the human beings, inactivity is an impossible state to reach, since the body, mind, intellect mechanism is compelled by its own makeup of the three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas, to perform work in this world. There is a similar verse that comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, which I've made a note here. It is 6.1.536 is the 6th canto, and it is there, Na hi kaschit kshanam api jatu kritashtati akarmakrit karyate hai avashyasta karma gune swabhavikar balat. Nobody can remain inactive even for a moment. Everyone is forced to act by their modes of nature, is what Krishna is saying. Okay? We can still take one or two words, if that's okay. Yeah? Alright, very good. So 6th, somebody from this side wants to read?
But your code is there. Is that your
Verse. You can open Veda Bane 3.6. Do you want to read? No, okay. Vedas, you want to read? No? Nobody wants?
Krishna mapi chatu distaiti karmakrit kayate iyavasha karma sarva prakatri jaya unai.
We are reading Prabhuji 6.
6? Yeah. Here. Sorry, you can read here. Right here.
Karmandrike jani samyanya ya asati manasa samaran idiriyan yaratan vimata matma mitaka yarakar sai kate. One who restrains from the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. There are many pretenders who refuse to work in Krishna consciousness, but making a show of meditation, while actually dwelling within the mind upon sense enjoyment. Such pretenders may also speak on dry philosophy in order to bluff sophisticated followers, For according to this verse, these are the greatest cheaters. Presents enjoyment, one can act in any capacity of the social order, but if one follows the rules and regulations of his particular status, he can make gradual progress in purifying his existence. But he who makes a show of being a yogi while actually searching for the objects of sense gratification must be called the greatest cheater, even though he sometimes speaks of philosophy. His knowledge has no value, because the effects of such a sinful man's knowledge are taken away by the illusory energy of the Lord. Such a pretender's mind is always impure, and therefore his show of yogic meditation has no value whatsoever. Haribol.
Haribol. Thank you, Prabhuji. What are we learning here? Is that those who restrain the external organs of action while continuing to dwell on sense objects in the mind certainly delude themselves and are called to be hypocrites. And we touched this. Somebody who just went to a holy place, leaving everything abruptly, but they're still thinking about all those things. It is very, very hard. We are here, take for example, but we constantly dwell on, oh, our family is there, right? We think about. So imagine leaving everything abruptly, thinking that, oh, I'm going to take sannyas and then going to do all my sadhanas, everything. It is such a difficult task because you have really not practiced the art of detachment, right? You have not done any kind of meditation or sadhana or chanting, and then what you have done, left abruptly. So psychophysical nature will bring you back. You cannot really get rid of it. And that person, that show off, that, oh, I'm such a big, renunciant. It is very easy to buy a dhoti, a tilak, a dress, don it, and roam around the street. What will happen? People will think, oh my God, what a mighty saint, right? But that's not. But in the mind, what it is? He is still very, very attached to the material concept of life. So that person is called hypocrite. And there's so many examples within India itself. We have seen that there's so many gurus who just happened to lure so many people, through their words of wisdom. If you hear that, you'll be like, oh my God, what great words of wisdom they're speaking. But in reality, is that they just cheated everybody. And that's what they are called. They're called hypocrites. Running away from problems of life prematurely and taking sannyas is not the way forward in the journey of the evolution of the soul. And Saint Kabir says a very beautiful 2 lines sarcastically, and I will read. It's in Hindi, of course, and I'll read it and I'll tell you the meaning of it and how beautiful it is. And he says, "Manana rangai ho rangai yogi kapda, jatava badhai yogi dhuniya ramole, dadiya badhai yogi bani gele bakra." And you can imagine that he's saying that, oh ascetic yogi, you have donned the orange robes. You're wearing the orange robes, but you have ignored dyeing your mind with the color of renunciation. So your mind is still very much into this world. So you're donning the orange robes, but you have ignored dyeing your mind with the color of renunciation. You have grown long locks of hair, smeared ash on your body as a sign of detachment, but without the internal devotion, what you are, the external beard you have sprouted only makes you resemble a goat, is what he's saying. Beautiful, isn't it? So, just sometimes you also feel like, oh, leave everything, like let's go to a mountain. We joke also about, but that's not the practical thing that Krishna is teaching us here. Right. Are we okay to take one more shlok?
No, I think...
We're okay? Yeah, okay.
I think we'll...
So we'll stop here and Manu Prabhu will pick up from text 7. If I will open the floor for question answer just for 2-3 minutes, and then we'll move to the next part of the program. What it is? Aarti?
Kirtan.
Kirtan is there. Okay. Very good.
Can you do a bit of Kirtan yourself?
Me?
Yes.
That's a surprise.
I'm just asking because
No,
there's
no
not many Kirtan years, but if you want, you can do some Kirtan.
Okay. I just know what to. I'll try. Okay, fine.
That's fine.
Any questions from anybody? Yes.
Yeah, I'm still not very clear on how we can fully implement the knowledge without realizing it. Because based on what I understood, it's like okay, knowledge, and then once we become actionable about it. That's when we fully realize it. But then if we don't realize it and we're still implementing it, isn't blindly implementing something which we don't fully realize.
Realizing the knowledge.
Yeah.
When I say realization, I don't think I understand the question properly. Can you come again?
So it's like okay, because so knowledge plus action is realization. But then for us to rightly implement or rightly be actionable about it, I think we need to realize the knowledge properly. We need to fully understand and comprehend it.
Yes. So, realization of the knowledge, we understand the knowledge. We cannot, how do we realize it? How do we implement something? When, for example, I gave that chemistry subject example, we read something. That's theory.
Yes.
But we did some action to realize what exactly we were learning.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
We read something. Okay, that's fine. If I put this solution into this, it will become white. That's something in theory we have read. What did we do? We performed some action to realize that it's true. It happens. Okay? That's the practical thing. So it's like even a devotional service, it's a very practical thing to do. That's why when we gain the knowledge of Gita, we have to actually put that into action. That cleans our mind and body, mind and heart, and then we get realizations about our constitutional position in life. That we are souls, we are part and parcel of the Lord, and we are put on this earth to do what? To rekindle our relationship with God. How do we do that? Of course, through scriptures, through Guru. Right? In this world also, we cannot really read, we cannot really gain anything on our own mental speculation. We need a school, an institution, right? Similar thing goes with the spiritual knowledge. We cannot really sit and mentally speculate. Or maybe there are a lot of commentaries written on Gita itself. You will find it so contradictory all the time, isn't it? But what do? We approach a guru who has realized this knowledge.
Okay.
The chemistry teacher has realized that when we mix this solution to this, it will give the correct results that we want, isn't it? So realization is that. Knowledge is something that is theoretic. I can finish this whole Gita. What did I do? Did I put into action? No. Right? Am I clear?
Yeah, I'm clear now because from what I understand, it's more like the action is to kind of validate the knowledge that you have gained. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
It has to validate what are we doing, what we are doing. And the more and more we do, the more and more we progress. It's a continual progress. We cannot really say, today I am fully realized. Nobody can say it. What do? It's a continual process throughout. That's why we chant every day. We chant every day. One day we have chanted 16 rounds, and that's the minimum rounds that we are prescribed to chant. But can we say that, oh, that's fine? No, the world works like that, that we need that strength. We need food every day to nourish our body, right? Same thing is the nourishment of the soul. So the action has to be put in every day. But how? Through the knowledge that we are getting.
Yeah, clear.
Is that
Thank you.
yeah? Okay. I try, but you can always ask to senior Vaishnavas if I have not provided correct.
No, it's clear. Yeah.
Brilliant. Anybody else? We have time for one more question. No? Very well. Thank you, everybody. If I have made any mistake, I really, really request you to forgive me in your heart. And please pray for me that I'm able to serve you more nicely, properly. So Hari Bol. Let's say Hari Bol 3 times. Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Panchatattva Bhagavan ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol. Probably I'm not very good, but I'll try. Alright, there's one tune that I know, which I sing in the RV. So I'll sing and then make it fast, just for 5 minutes. Okay? Shall I start? Huh? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
not very good, but they are very great Kirtan ears sitting over here. I think one Mataji is also missing. So anybody wants to take the lead? Thank you for listening. Hare Krishna. You want to sing? You want to sing? You sing. Your harmonium. Yes, please. He's not here.
Can you text message?
I will check. I have texted him like that.
There's no one or something.
Yeah.
And I'm very
Sing well, Prabhuji. Yeah, you can sing.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare One more time, everyone together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, a little bit louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time, everyone together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Hari Ram Kirtan Jagati, ISKCON Dublin ki, Jagat Guru Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Krishna. Do you sing, Prabhu? No?
There's one bhajan I can sing.
Okay, I can do another one actually. Another one that gets no.
It's fine, like if you're singing, please do.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
Keith, you want to sing?
Wow. There's no rhythm.
Try it. Come here. Be on the camera. Go on. Try at least.
Debut?
Huh?
Debut. Very good.
You'll soon be opera.
Without Kirtan.
Yes, give me the Kirtan, please.
Only your heart and Krishna. And microphone.
And microphone. Yeah, good. Jai
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ram Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Nick Pro?
Nick Bravo.
Come on. No?
No.
But,
Chelsea?
do you sing for me?
I can, but we'll see.
Little bit. Yeah, go on.
Maybe 1 hour.
Doesn't work.
Yes. Can you fix the microphone? Maybe just press the thing and lift it a little bit. No. This. Lift, press and lift it. Yes, press and lift. Lift it. Yes.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutavaya Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Srinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashitya Dashakarine Nityananda Mahamnami Sarvananda Paramparam Harinama Pradam Devaya Navadutta Sharumani Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratish Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Gaurbrahmanya Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vanchakalpatrundesha Kripasindabhya Patitana Pavanibhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Prabhupada Prabhupada Nityananda, Nityananda,
You're going? Huh? You're staying?
Yeah.
Okay, she wanted to sing Nasima.
Amazing. Incredible. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Sure. Yes.
I
Exactly.
thought you were going, that's why I said.
Oh, I go back to change.
Wow.
Should I?
Yeah, yes. No.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So. Right. Shall I start? उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् जय नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रहलादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्मा भृंगा
Jai Nrsimha, Shri Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukta Padma Bringa.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
Namaste Narasimhaya.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
Namaste Narasimhaya.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
Namaste Narasimhaya.
सरस्वती नरसिंह भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की श्रील प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेमानंद
Unfortunately.